Who's paying for the lights? Me. I think we could get away with just that one light. Can we try that? Turn off all these lights and just leave that light on. Let's see how that works. Yeah, because I mean, yeah, still really bright. I think maybe just kind of leave it to the audience's imagination. I mean, I don't want to tell you how to do your job, but I think we can make something interesting and still save a few bucks. See, I mean, from where
Automatic Office, Parks and Rec vibes, which I'm sure was the inspiration, but it goes so well with this character having to buy himself a documentary crew. Um, the screenwriting itself was hysterical. Each line, I was writing down standout lines at first, but then there were just too many that I had to stop. So just overall script writing was great. The when he was explaining his name that it once used to be Bastid and the E left, and I was like, oh my gosh, he's Rat Bastid. Okay. Okay. And I lost my mind. And he does say it later, but it's just that realization that clicks was great. I love the counter moments of what's said versus what's shown. He goes, the family property, and then it's a trailer. Or he'll go, I want that same self-respect in a woman, and then he's dumping into a dumpster. Was great. I think a standout character was the doctor. For whatever reason, he was just so realistic at being a doctor that his lines were so funny coming out of his mouth.
Piece was very self-aware about just how wild and absurd what was happening on screen was, also having a good sense of depth in terms of making a social commentary about certain types of people and how culture sort of supports a particular personality type that comes with sort of wanting to always win and always be on top and sort of be the star. And I thought that there was a really great sense of comedic timing that you witnessed with the Rat and all the other characters in the scenes with the military or the scenes with the doctor or even like the cutaway scenes with the lawyer. I thought there was a consistent sense of absurdist comedy that made the piece seem self-aware enough to take it seriously, even though so many things that are on screen don't seem to be serious. So, but I thought that this blend is pretty hard to do. So the way that they pulled it off made me appreciate the piece in a way that I didn't expect.
The actor playing Ratt is so funny, fabulous comic timing. He plays him both as a confident, cocky guy with a childlike innocence. I loved his map drawn like a kid, his story of the little girl's bike, and how proud he is of his old trailer. The quack doctor who trained near Harvard was also excellent. I love the silly Iraq story about the after effects of eating uranium.
It's interesting that we're kind of setting this in what are possibly his last days. So, but I'm hoping that things work out well for Ratt. I'm sure we'll find out in the future installments. But this is a very good concept. It's well put together, well executed, nicely directed, edited. The acting is good. It's a good witty humor, and it's kind of a pretty unlikable character in certain ways, but we're still kind of rooting for him, and I'm sure by the end of this we're going to get to the true heart of Ratt. At least I hope we do.
It's absurd. You start off with this interview guy in a very, very cheesy suit complaining about the setup. He's breaking the fourth wall. He's speaking of production. You can tell immediately it's going to have a comedic error. And it had sort of, it reminded me stylistically of The Office, sort of when it's like this break of the fourth wall. I'm interacting with, some unseen person who was asking me about the events happening around me. But then there's also these reenactments. The absurdity of the reenactments, it's clearly like they're not looking for this historical, they're not looking for this to be accurate. And I think that's almost what makes it funny, specifically the like army reenactment. It's just so clearly not accurate as far as the costuming, and it almost it takes you out of it and makes it very, very funny. how they're kind of, making that clear, the whole running over the wife, and it's so clear that this is a mannequin. You can see it's a mannequin foot underneath the truck, very Wizard of Oz style. I think the purpose is to make you laugh the whole time, which it does. Very dry humor, very, I'm not telling a joke, but I'm telling a joke. Definitely good casting for the lead, for sure, for Ratt. He has to put on this voice the whole time, and he is very believable as this character. And great casting also from the doctor, very believable as this character as well.
I thought that this was shot really well. I thought that all of the exterior shots, how they did the special effects with the fire and stuff like that, really, really well done. Apart from that beginning section, when we came back to kind of like the interview portion, suddenly we had somebody off camera talking to the lead actor, which makes so much sense.